just coming to you here. Just leaving my doctor's office. Discussing my knees. On my way home. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little out of sorts right now. You know, and it's not like I haven't been told many times. It's been confirmed so many times that my knees are... Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, the surgeon did what, of course, I thought he was going to do, which is confirm that I need a knee replacement. The same thing my family doctor said, the same thing the assessment doctor said, same thing, of course, the surgeon is saying. He's essentially said that, you know, if there was something else he could offer me in the way of treatment, he would, but he said, I'm just going to be honest with you. There are no other options for you. Yeah, don't mind my crazy hair. My appointment was really early this morning. One sec. Sorry about that. Yeah, just got home, sitting in the car, and still sitting in the car. Jeez. Look at me. Just looking. Anyways, yeah, so said if there was something else he could have offered me, he would, but he said my knees are just way too bad. He says there are no other options for you. He says any injections or knee injections or he says you are bone on bone. You're literally walking bone on bone. So he said the options for you are only knee replacement. So, you know, me going online and, you know, I always like to check things out, and, you know, I saw something about partial knee replacement, so I just threw that out there. Okay, so, you know, what's the situation? Partial knee replacement? He's like, nah. He let out that chuckle, and he was like, no, that wouldn't be you. Your knees are too bad. It would be full knee replacement. Of course, my weight is a factor. He said that the surgery is, you know, I asked a lot of questions, and I asked, you know, about, you know, being in my 40s and getting it done, which has always been an apprehension for surgeons. Anyone that I've seen in the past thought I would just not get it done because, you know, because I'm in my 40s and because the procedure would need to probably get redone again before my life is over. So I asked a lot of questions. I asked about that. He says, well, you know what, he says we do expect that it'll last a bit longer than 10 years. So, you know, the whole thought that I had that, you know, I'd have to get it done and redone in my 50s, get it redone in my 60s, get it redone in my 70s, it probably wouldn't be, that's probably overly drastic. It wouldn't be a situation like that. So he said it would last somewhat longer than 10 years. So maybe 15 years, who knows? Maybe I'll be lucky and mine will go for 20 years. So and you know, and I just had a lot of people around me just like, don't do it, not good for you. But then I've had perfect strangers that I've run into that have just said, you know what, do it. I did it. I was at the dentist's office the other day and I met up with a lady and she said, you know, she says, I had mine done at 50. And she said, and then I went back and had the other knee done. After that, she's like, best thing I ever did. My life improved. I had better, everything was better. She's like, do it. You know, and this was like, you know, just a random stranger. And I just feel so bad when I hear people that, you know, oh, don't do it. But then they don't know what you're feeling. They don't know the agony, the daily, non-stop, unrelenting agony that you go through. They don't know about how I feel so isolated because I can't go out with my friends anymore. Anybody invites me anywhere, I can't go because I have to be thinking, okay, where's the bathroom gonna be? And not only that, it's public washrooms. I can't sit on public toilets. So you end up as a woman doing the whole squat thing. When you got bad knees, that squat thing is agony. So it's like all these things that you gotta think, okay, are there gonna be seats so that I can sit? Is there gonna be something that I'm gonna have to walk along? Like, so I don't go on vacations anymore. Last time I went on anywhere with my kids was like 3 years ago. I need to be able to live now. You know what I mean? So, you know, the doctor left it with me. You know, he says we're not in a habit as doctors of doing things that make people worse off than when they came. He says, as with any surgery, there are risks, but he said 90% of the people that do this surgery are very happy and are very glad they did it. He said the recovery period, he says that is where a lot of people, I guess that's where a lot of the negativity on this operation comes from, because he said the recovery is grueling. He says, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it for you. The recovery is grueling. So, and he said that there, for people who have diabetes, there's a high risk of infection. And he says for people that are overweight. So he says for you, he says your risk is not high, but you do have a higher than normal risk of infection. So I'm thinking, you know what? I just have to look forward to like a time when I can walk again, when I can, you know, be a part of society, a part of life, and you know, pursue my career the way I want to, and not have to always be thinking, but what about this? What about that? How do I do this? How do I do that? So it's just something I'm going to need to think on. He says he's willing to do the operation for me. I think one of the considerations that we had before was, you know, who's going to do it? Maybe nobody's going to do it for me. But he said he's willing to do it. He says it is a quality of life decision. He said the decision is all up to you. It's about a quality of life. And if you feel your quality of life has diminished and you are not living, he says the only thing that's going to help the pain that you're feeling is going to be a knee replacement. So he says it's completely up to you. You got to make that decision. He says you've asked a lot of good questions. You just got to make that decision now. So I'm going to spend the next I'm going to spend the next little while trying to think about that and see how, because I've got to think about how, like, I got a lot of stairs in my house. Renting stair lifts for recovery time. I don't know. Anyways, I got a lot to think about. So I just want to sort of give you an update as to how my appointment went today, and where I'm at with this journey. So many journeys in life, but when you think that you can't, just know that you can. I'll see you in my next video.